Welcome to SVG-TV News for Wednesday, November 14, 2018. I am Rochelle Batiste with the details. Having correct and continuous data is of critical importance if policymakers are to make key decisions relating to climate change. That's the view of Kenrick Leslie, Executive Director of the Caribbean Community Climate Change Center, as USAID handed over an automatic weather station and a coral reef early warning system to the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, which will be placed at the Argyle International Airport. The marine and land-based data gathering systems are expected to increase this country's capability to anticipate and manage the impacts of changing weather patterns, thereby protecting SVG's marine and land-based assets. Executive Director of the Caribbean Community Climate Change Center, Dr. Kenrick Leslie, encouraged the airport authorities to properly maintain the equipment in order to preserve the accuracy of the data they transmit.
Meteorological data is only important if you have a continuous period of everyday readings, not 1 year, not 2 years, not 5 years, not 10. Normally we need a minimum of 30 years so you can see trends and so on. 10 years is okay at the beginning, but the longer the record, the better it is. Instruments will only be as good as their maintenance. It's better to have no data than to have bad data. And therefore, I want to beg you, please ensure that the stations are properly maintained. We have arranged with our sister institution, CIMH, both in the design, distribution of the 50 stations in the region, because really we need more than 50, but we have to start somewhere.
Dr. Leslie said the equipment can also play a critical role in the tourism and agriculture sectors and further encourage the authorities to put structures in place to prevent the equipment from being vandalized.
You'll notice it has meteorological centers above the sea, but it has underwater. And one of the critical components is ocean acidification. So it has sensors of the amount of radiation that is going to different depths and so on. And that is where we try to partner with our private sector, because they have an interest also from a tourist point of view. If they have an idea what's going on, they can explain to the tourists what is happening. So this type of station is playing a critical role. And this design is now expanded into the Pacific Oceans, the Indian Ocean. So again, we are in the forefront. So colleagues, friends of the region, I ask again that you ensure that these stations are properly maintained, and hopefully they will not be vandalized, because we do.
Meanwhile, representative of the SVG Met Office, Peter Providence, thanked USAID for the timely donation and gave the assurance that the equipment will be used for their intended purpose.
It would be good. And with the support of USAID 5Cs, we would like to show appreciation for these AWS stations at my department with the St. Vincent Meteorological Services. We have participated in the setting up of one of these stations, having undergone training at the CIMH, which is supporting us in this endeavor. So we know 50 automatic weather stations is a lot, and it takes a lot of effort to fund and support this venture. So I'd like to show my appreciation for that on behalf of the Met Services, and we'll say thank you to USAID, 5Cs, and others who made this possible for us. So we'll be putting this to good use. It's functioning for us with our system. We know we have our main base is away from our other islands in the Grenadines, such as Bequia, Union, Canouan, and having AWSs based in these areas will be very helpful for us in giving early warning to the nation, as it were, with these impending disasters.
Some diabetic patients and their families were today afforded the opportunity to gain hands-on knowledge about the disease and how to treat it. This was done through a one-day symposium organized by the SVG Diabetic and Hypertensive Association at French's House in observance of World Diabetes Day.
Symptoms of diabetes: extreme thirst, frequent urination, especially at nights, extreme tiredness, slow healing of wounds, thrush or genital itching, blurred vision, extreme weight loss, increased hunger, numbness or tingling sensation in the feet. So ladies and gentlemen, those are the signs you have to look out for. So if any of those symptoms, you have to check your healthcare provider as soon as possible.
The importance of nutrition and exercise were also highlighted as methods of controlling the disease. The participants at the symposium also took part in simple exercises which they can practice at home.
I usually tell my clients at work that they can keep doing on a day-to-day basis as well. The neck exercise. Place your hands on your hips. Keep your head right where it is there. Then to the left. Okay? Keep it there. Come back into the center. Then you go to the right. Back into the center. You can look up, keep the strain there, and then look down. Okay? Hands at your side. Stretch them out. Come, roll them. Exercise them. Roll, roll.
And some of the diabetics at today's symposium shared with SVGTV News what it is like to live with the disease.
I worked at the Memorial Hospital for over 31 years, but I became a diabetic about 4 years now, and it is not easy to cope with it. Sometimes I tried, although I'm in the health field, my meals and everything is very difficult for me, but I have to try to keep up with it. My advice to other persons, such as my relatives, to please eat healthy. I know to eat healthy is very expensive, right? But you have to try to eat healthy because you could develop a lot of complications. For myself, I'm a hypertensive, I'm a diabetic, and all kind of things.
And hypertension. From 1998, 98, I was hypertension. In 2004, I became diabetic. Until now, I have it. But now, oh my God, the foot them hurt me, my skin hurt, oh no, like that. So I try to eat what they say, but it's still pain every night. You know, my legs hurt, my head hurt, my eye getting a little problem, but I'm still trying.
It's Anthony Tanis from Bequia, and about a year now, found out I'm diabetic. I would just like to say the workshop is good, interesting, learn some tips, that I knew before, but in a different way. I like to encourage young males especially to get a regular checkup at wherever hospital or clinics in their village. I was trying not to get it started, right? Because in my family, it's something in the family. And I try to not get it, right? By going and taking checkups regular. But last year, kind of lapsed, and I end up with it. But it's here, I'm coping with it, working with it, and thanks to my wife, and others who I speak with on the roadside.
World Diabetes Day is being observed under the theme The Family and Diabetes. The SVG Teachers Union yesterday unveiled its Hall of Fame as part of activities for Teacher Solidarity Week. 10 past presidents are on the Hall of Fame from the inception of the union in the 1950s. President of the SVG-TU, Wendy Bino, said it was a tedious task but well-deserving as they gave recognition to the union's past stalwarts.
It is still a work in progress. Finding an appropriate photo for each and every president has been quite a challenge, but we will persist. Our union has a long and rich history. We pledge to make a valiant effort to document same even as we honor our founding brothers and sisters. Let us work together in this regard.
The unveiling of the Hall of Fame event was attended by several past presidents of the union. Joy Brown, the third past president, said that the struggles of the union were well fought by former presidents who have paved the way for better working conditions for teachers. She said that the Hall of Fame is a good way to remember their work.
Many of our teachers are able to own homes, own vehicles, have that strength, that financial strength that allows them to function in society as ordinary persons would. So we've had a lot of struggle. We have had much to do. We have sacrificed a lot. And the current leadership, I'd like you to appreciate that you're building on the struggle of many, so that when you have this wall of fame, that I don't like fame, that's for celebrities, but you have recognized the past presidents in this manner, it is a step in the right direction, and we must applaud.
The St. Vincent and the Grenadines Public Service Union has been recognized by the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Community College as the representative for the workers at the college. In the news release, the PSU said the recognition came after a protracted struggle to ensure that the union gained the right to represent the workers at the SVG Community College. The PSU, however, noted that it was the principled resolve of the workers at the college that made the breakthrough possible. The union also thanked the Department of Labor for its work in ensuring that the labor practice in SVG regarding recognition was respected. The PSU further stated that it will soon start working with management of the college to establish a formal collective bargaining agreement on behalf of the workers, noting its commitment to the enhancement of the economic status and the improvement in working conditions and benefits of the workers. Some of the finalists in this year's I-Square competition hosted by the National Telecommunications Regulatory Commission got the opportunity today to present their ideas and applications before a team of judges. The finals took place at the Methodist Church Hall in Kingstown. 23 teams took part in this year's competition, competing in the secondary idea, mobile app, and open categories. SVG-TV news team caught up with some of the participants who shared some information about their ideas.
Our app is Vinci Lifestyle. It's all about bringing all Vinci things together on one platform. For example, we have hotel bookings, we have taxi services, we have airlines and government service under one platform. So instead of going on other websites to see where things are, you can use the Vinci Lifestyle app to see where things are and get it more faster and better instead of going all around on different websites. And it saves time And also what is unique about our app is that you can pay through our app. So you don't have to walk around with a lot of money and get robbed and so forth.
The name of our idea of our app is Macrotext. Well, Macrotext is an app that allows you to access all the necessary textbooks according to your specific grade and specific school throughout St. Vincent and the Grenadines. For me, I could use myself as an example because every time I carry heavy books, I bend my back and I have difficulty holding up my back. So this was a solution that was supposed to be brought up for a long time, but we got the chance, so it was quite easy. It was nothing difficult.
And you have confidence that you will be winning this year?
Yes. Yeah, we do.
So our idea is called the PS double or the pressure plate security system. This is one that uses pressure plate tiles with sensors underneath them. So when thieves steps on them, it sends a signal to the nearest police station and the principal's phone. The security guard also have a system on their phone. We don't want to leave them out in any case.
So you guys get to break in and you thought, well, let me create an app to prevent this?
Yes, please.
So you're basically trying to reduce crime and stuff?
Yes, please.
Our project is basically on construction work, making it easier for constructors, government, and people who also do architectural work to have an easier life in their job.
Alright, so what inspired you to create such an app?
Majority of us from the group are technical students. We do woods and TD, so we came up with the idea of doing this because you see people have improper measurements of house and have to break down walls in the future, so we came up with the app to help benefits so they won't have to go through all that troubles in the far end that will set them back in life.
And you're confident you're going to be knocking us out the park?
Yes, please.
Knocking around the walls?
Yes, please.
So we created Zip so it could also assist us and other persons obviously in helping to manage their time and track their outfits over a 1 month period at least. And you could enter multiple outfits for the day. So if you have school this morning or in your case work, then you have to go to the gym in the afternoon and then you have a party in the night. All of this is already planned out for you. So all you have to do is go home and get ready.
The app also allows you to pick your accessories and it gives you the closest locations to you. So I wear glasses, so it would give me closest spectacle shop to where I am if I want a new pair of glasses, or I could buy a new watch. And the app uses links as well as local stores so that you can shop internationally and locally.
The police here are investigating a shooting incident in the Hollywood area of Redemption Shops today, which left his shop owner dead. The deceased has been identified as 56-year-old Sabitri Little. A news release issued by the police stated that Little, who survives by her husband and her 3 children, was in a family-owned provision shop located at the upper level of her house when she was approached and shot by some armed persons. Upon responding to the incident, Little was found unresponsive by the police on the balcony area of her house. The woman's husband, who was allowed by the police to enter the house to see the body of his wife, spoke to our news team about what he learned and saw.
As far as I understand, there was a robbery and she got shot and run to the back porch for call for help. They break the force in and go and shot she again. I'm not sure how many shots she got. She fell in the back porch and that was it. But I'm not sure.
Okay, but you went in to see?
Yeah, I went in and see her.
Oh, what do you saw?
Well, she was just lying down in a pool of blood. The bowls, we had some bowls that we just put the money in and so. Them gone from out the jar. However money would have been there. Can't tell you how much, I don't know. About 13 to 14 years running the shop. First time something like this ever happened, and this is what happened.
The grieving husband said they are law-abiding citizens and were doing their best to earn an honest living with a shop managed by his wife.
It's my wife, and we try our best to do certain business, and when we get a little older, we could live a little better than how we is now, but you know, we trying all kind of thing, you know. You know, this morning before I leave around 6:30 or so, I speak to her.
Meanwhile, the police have issued a bulletin for Geroid alias J.J. Phillips, who they say are wanted for questioning in connection with today's shooting incident. The police are therefore seeking the assistance of members of the public who has information that will assist in locating the whereabouts of Phillips. The public is, however, warned to exhibit caution, noting that Phillips is regarded as armed and dangerous. Persons are asked to contact the ACP in charge of crimes at telephone number 1-784-45-61339. That's 1-784-45-61339. Officer in charge of the CID at telephone number 1-784-45-71211. That's 45-71211 or 1-784-45-61810. Criminal justice practitioners and experts from around the globe are meeting here this week for the 2018 annual general meeting of the Asset Recovery Interagency Network for the Caribbean, Arab Carib. Arab Carib is an informal network of practitioners and cooperating bodies concerned with all aspects of confiscating the proceeds of crime. The network was officially launched in June 2017, and like its other counterparts, networks in Europe, Latin America, Africa, and the Asian Pacific region, it seeks to foster international cooperation among law enforcement and judicial agencies in an effort to identify, disrupt, and dismantle organized criminal groups operating transnationally. The 2018 AGM in SVG commences today with a meeting of the steering group committee, followed by 2 days of workshop-based sessions at the Beachcombers Hotel. SVG's Director of Public Prosecution Acting, Sigelo McDowell, Director Acting of the Financial Intelligence Unit, Letitia Sandy, and Commissioner of Police Colin John are expected to address the delegates. St. Vincent and the Grenadines holds the 2018 presidency of the network, followed by Jamaica in 2019. In other news, Vincentians can expect an improvement in the quality of the internet service provided by Flow. The assurance was given today by Flow Country Manager Wayne Hull as he spoke at a media briefing at the Flow headquarters in Kingston. Hull said the company has been making significant investments in its core systems to provide a modern internet service to Vincentians.
Upgrade has now allowed us to give customers a free upgrade, moving the customers from Turbo 2, which is 2 megabit service, right up to Turbo 5. So effective, I think yesterday, our services have been upgraded where we're giving customers Turbo 5 service free of charge. And the Turbo 5 would be the new entry package. We would have done an upgrade by 1 meg, taking it up to Turbo 3, I think earlier this year. And we did not really make an announcement, but because we have done the necessary upgrade, it has now given us the capacity to upgrade the speed. So I think this would be a welcome change.
Hull said the upgraded services will affect those who use the HFC network and not the older ADLS systems. He encouraged those who still use the older system to migrate to the more modern systems.
ADSL, the speeds are a bit limited. The ADSL can only deliver, well, we only offer up to 15 megs now to residential customers, and there is a speed limitation there, right? But as we said, we have done the upgrades on the HFC network. We have removed the issues that we are seeing. Yes, you have your outages here and there. You know, as we're saying, we're still doing work on the network. But I think today we are in a much better place than we were 60, 90 days ago, okay? And customers today are getting their better speed. And you get more speed on the HFC network. Yeah?
Speed upgrade only to the digital aspect?
Yes, not the ADSL, no.
Pulse said Flow has made some strides since it began upgrades, with the number of reported faults being reduced. He, however, said that most customers have basic internet packages with limited bandwidth. He encouraged the public to become more familiar with their package and what they can and cannot get out of it.
People want use that to connect a mobile phone, maybe a laptop, maybe another son or daughter in the house on a mobile phone, and plus they have a box streaming, you know. And I think it's sometimes a lack of education as well, by the fact that customers do not understand, well, hey, you can't be streaming and expect to get a steady service with 2 megabits of service. And I think that has been one of the issues that persons don't understand. Well, what do I have, what this can do? And we have been doing a bit of videos to educate people, but I guess we have to do a bit more from our side to educate people about the speed. But when they come to the store, when they take up the service, the agents always do advise them about, hey, you want a Turbo 2, this can only do X. But this is one of the reasons too why we are upgrading the speeds for free, because people will continue to complain. So this is why we are upgrading it from Turbo 2. We did it to Turbo 3, but as I'm saying, we're making the leap up to Turbo 5 so that people can actually experience a better service.